Khamzat Chimaev is one of the best MMA fighters in the world. He is a Chechen Muslim brother who was living in Sweden and was representing them in the UFC. But lately it was announced that he left Sweden and is now based in the UAE. And he'll be representing them in the UFC instead. Without wasting any time, let's watch the message of brother Khamzat before he left Sweden and come back.
Jag såg video idag bara. Någon försöker bränna Koran, eller han har bränt Koran idag. Här i Stockholm. Såg det nyss bara. Jag var glad, jag vaknade glad. Det är en stor dag för oss, för alla muslimer. Och sen staten och polisen och de låter göra det här mot oss. Bränna Koran. Jag fattar inte varför de låter. Om jag eller om någon muslim ska dra ner en homosexuell flagga eller svensk flagga eller någonting som ni är stolta över eller något. Om vi drar ner den och om vi bränner den, då är vi terrorister. Men folk sådana saker gör mot oss. Jag vet inte vad det kallas för. För oss det också, de är också terrorister. Vart finns de här rättigheter som folk ska vara trygga här i Sverige och allt det här? Hur ska vi vara? Hur ska muslimer ska vara trygga här?
Countries like Sweden and the West in general are all hypocrites. They keep telling us that they believe in the freedom of speech and freedom of expression. Sweden loves to protect the Quran burner even if millions of Muslims express how hurt they are by his actions. But they don't care. They are like Muslims, you need to integrate and assimilate yourselves into European culture. Europeans claim they are secular and believe in freedom of speech. So they don't care about how we feel. And they allow and protect that scare little boy to burn the Quran. France does the same thing. They have no problem promoting Charlie Hebdo and protecting its right to freedom of speech. When they mention freedom of speech, they actually mean freedom to insult Muslims and Islam. But the latest conflict in Palestine exposed all of them. France bans all pro-Palestinian protests. Where is now the freedom of expression that you champion so much? This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this in the Quran. O you who have believed, do not take the Jews and the Christians as allies. They are in fact allies of one another. And whoever is an ally to them among you, then indeed he is one of them. Indeed Allah guides not the wrongdoing people. Subhanallah, they have one rule for us and another rule for others. And this is why inshallah I will never live in a non-Muslim country. Just imagine for a second Muslims in America, for example, and who are upset of course and concerned about what's happening in Palestine and Gaza. The United States has given occupied Palestine more aid than any other nation since World War II, granting it more than $260 billion. And I know, and you know what's happening with this money. And the big question is, where does this money come from? US President Joe Biden's administration is considering $60 billion in assistance for Ukraine and $10 billion for occupied Palestine in a supplemental spending request he will send to Congress as soon as Friday. A source familiar with the matter told Reuters on Wednesday. This money is from the taxpayers. Do Muslims also pay their taxes in America? Well, of course they do. And if they don't, the prison is waiting for them. That's why I always say, if you are capable and possesses the means, you should really start thinking about leaving America and non-Muslim countries as soon as possible. Even Karim Benzema, the famous Muslim French football player, was attacked for his support of Palestine by the French government. According to the French Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin, if you are Muslim and believe in a country called Palestine, you are immediately a suspect who should be investigated because you are probably part of the Muslim Brotherhood and an extremist. This is pure nonsense. This is, my brothers and sisters, the reality of these people. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide them to the truth. For Muslims to have victory, it is very simple. Come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and make sure to learn our religion religion the correct way. Quran and Sunnah with the understanding of the Salaf. Learn Tawheed and avoid Bid'ah. This is our key to success. Allah has promised those who have believed among you and done righteous deeds that He will surely grant them succession to authority upon the earth, just as He granted it to those before them, and that He will surely establish for them therein their religion, which He has preferred for them, and that He will surely substitute for them after their fear security, for they worship me, not associating anything with me, but whoever disbelieves after that, then those are the defiantly disobedient. This is a clear-cut promise from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He will grant us authority in the land. And how to do that? Come back to Allah, do righteous deeds, and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without associating anything with Him. Please tell me, how can we be successful when we have some Muslims who still cooperate with the Rawafid, who insult our mother Aisha radiallahu anha and the companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam? We Muslims call upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. So how can we cooperate with someone who is calling upon Ali radiallahu anha? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to Islam according to the understanding of the companions. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our brothers and sisters in Palestine and grant them victory over their enemies. I hope you benefited from this video. You can also watch this video about a Christian preacher running away from Sheikh Uthman. And don't forget to subscribe for daily uploads. Thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum.